Alright, hello today YouTube. So, as you can see, I'm sure you can guess what this video is going to be about. Um, I do have a weed eater as of right now. Well, now I have two actually. I have a weed eater brand weed whacker. I'm not too sure what the CCs are on that because I don't have it with me at the moment. It's in the shed. It works great. It runs real good. The only thing is that it's a pain to take apart, and there's leaking gas, and I just don't feel like taking it apart, messing with it. And then there's part of the head assembly, like this part right above my finger on the other weed eater, is kind of stuck and not operating properly. So anyways, it's more hassle than what it was even worth, which was free. So this was on sale. It was like 130 or something like that. It was like $20 off. It was normally like 160, something like that. So anyways, I figured that, and I also had a discount thing at my store, so I got a pretty good deal on it. But anyways, so I figured I'd buy this and bring it home, and we can do a little unboxing of it. The weather has been pretty iffy. Right now it's sunny out, but it's been storming on and off, so the chances of me getting out and actually testing it out are sort of on the slim side, but we shall see. So I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this without destroying the packaging, just on the off chance I have to return this thing for any reason. So just trying to keep everything somewhat intact until I used it for a couple of weeks or so, and I know it's not gonna, break down or anything like that. So that's what it looks like on the inside. I think this is the main engine right here, I believe, and the shaft. But what I'm going to have to do is take it apart like this. Try and just get all these. You're a big help, King. Big help. Alright, now if I can just get the rest of this. I think this is the way they want you to do it. Oh no, that's not the engine. I said engine. That's the head. King, you cannot help, bud. Come on. Alright, let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's the best part right there, the engine. And then there's the handle and oil, I believe, and a couple of other small things. And the other main part here, the rest of the shaft. Now, I'm not too sure how much line they give me. I'm really not 100% sure. I guess we're gonna find out. I don't know, I'm saying I can probably weed with this a couple of times before it runs out. It seems like halfway decent line, but anyways, alright, let's get all this packaging stuff off. Of course, they had to do all this stuff to make sure somehow, while it's in the box, it does not assemble itself, I guess. Oh, that's nice. They put some oil on there. Great. Put oil in there, which isn't a bad thing, so I wasn't even expecting that one. Bear with me. I'm just going to get that thing off because I can't do it one-handed. Alright, and we're back. So, a couple little notes here before I continue. I gotta put it in, and I did happen to read the box that this was it was a multi-use like system where you can put see the pictures, you can do all sorts of things with a one engine, which is kind of neat. You can do a whole lot with it. You can put a blower on there, which I don't know why anybody would do that. The weed eater, you can even make this thing into a tiller, it looks like. Hedge trimmer, 6-inch pole saw, and an edger. So that being said, you can buy all these things. So this part is always going to be separate. You can buy all these different things, attach it here, which it even says right there, multi-yard tool attachment system. So this thing unscrews, you push this button in, and then you can attach all the other attachments to this. Which when I read on this box, which it says weed whacker, straight shaft, string trimmer. It said somewhere on here about that multi attachment thing. I thought they meant at the head. I honestly thought, because the other weed eater I have, you just pop the head off, and then you're able to put like a blade on there or an edger onto this part. I didn't know that actually meant the entire pole, which all things considered, is kind of neat. My only concern is longevity. How this is gonna hold up right here, how this section is gonna hold up, and yeah, I'm just kind of, that's the only thing that I'm kind of worried about. I mean, it feels sturdy enough. It doesn't feel loose or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like a year and a half down the road, I'm not too sure how it's gonna hold up. But I guess we'll find out. Now the warranty on this has a 2-year warranty. Rebuild with pride, and yeah. So a year from now, if this is having any sort of problem, if this thing's having any type of tightening issue or it's coming loose on me or anything like that, and it's a year and a half, I actually marked the day that I bought this. Same thing with the craftsman leaf blower that I bought, which has the same type of warranty. That one's been flawless, but if this is having any types of issues, I'm going to return it and either get a new one or get credit or whatever they have to do. But that's for a future video. So I already cut this bag open. There's all the stuff, which I'm shocked they didn't give me an oil. Oh, wait, there it is. Yep, they did away with the plastic jugs. That's the oil. Yep, that's same thing with the craftsman leaf blower I bought. I thought they gypped me on oil, and they just put it in this little plastic pouch, which is kind of a, I guess it's a good idea. It saves on space, and I'm not too sure it saves on weight, but yeah. And then there's the instruction manual, which, you know, I've been working on these things my whole life, so I have a pretty good idea of how to do this all here, but you know, it's just your standard instruction, craftsman manual to order replacement parts, schedule repair service, all that good stuff. Yeah, that even says, it gives you the warning of how not to use old fuel. And this I said with the leaf blower. I made a video unboxing a leaf blower and it had this on there telling you how to use a fuel stabilizer. That I thought was smart for new homeowners or new to the market. For gas power stuff, I thought that was a smart idea to put this on there. It tells you all what you should know about these fuel carbureted engines and stuff. So just put that over there, use that for starting some fires in sometime in the future. I guess I'm gonna put this guy on. It looks relatively straightforward. It has one of those on there. It has a 1 bolt and 1 wing nut, which goes right there. The plastic actually feels really, it sounded kind of cheap when it fell out, but it's actually pretty sturdy. Like, I cannot bend this thing at all. No matter, I cannot even remotely bend this thing at all. It's pretty sturdy plastic. The head on here, metal. This little button that you push down on to make the string come out is plastic. I did read a bunch of reviews on this. I always read reviews. Half the reviews said the string, putting string into it was a pain. The other half said putting string into it was really simple and straightforward. So we're going to see how that goes when I run out of string. So I'm kind of looking forward to that to see which reviews were more along the lines of being correct. Like for me, that is. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy on, which I assume goes just like this somehow. Yeah, it goes, yeah. This is going to take 2 hands, so I will be back once I have this on. Alright, so we are back, and for something that's supposed to be fairly simple as a guard, which, to be perfectly honest, part of me wanted to just leave it off. It was fairly simple. You just kind of had to use one hand to hold the shaft of the weed whacker up, put the screw through this little metal piece, this bracket, and then clamp it down with the wing nut, which isn't my favorite design. No, definitely not my favorite, as opposed to ones that I've used in the past, which are bolted on, like with actual wrench and stuff like that. I mean, I guess we'll see, because this vibrate, I'm sure this is going to vibrate not that bad. Like the, I know it has anti-vibrating technology, whatever. I think that's just like a counter shaft inside the engine compartment where it makes it so the engine doesn't vibrate, and then the shaft itself is just not going to vibrate. I don't know. But I know the one that I had, that weed eater one, that's kind of falling apart at the seams, which I abused because it was free. I abused it a lot. It's just going to be a backup one, but that one had anti-vibrating technology on it as well. So that one never vibrated too much. So if this is anything like that, this wing nut should be more than adequate for keeping this piece on. And same goes for that little guy right there. I'm kind of a little nervous about coming loose on me. I tightened it down as much as I could, so hopefully it doesn't decide to come loose on me at all. So now just get this little guy put on, which this one does have a little winch piece on there, so I got to put that right there on that red Craftsman logo, and I will be back with you shortly. And apparently you can, apparently I don't have to actually. You can move it anywhere from right here back. You can put it anywhere on that black strip of metal to make it more easy going for you, the user. So that's kind of nice. So there's no set point. So let me get that put on. I'll be right back with you. So I'm just getting the final touches put on the handle here, which I have no idea if that's the right length for me yet. That's one other thing I was going to double check. Just this quick start guide, which is nice. So I just wanted to see how good it feels in my hands, like lengthwise when I'm cutting, which, I mean, that feels pretty good to me. I mean, it feels like it would, feels pretty good at the right length for me. The only thing I might do is move it down just a tiny, if I can move it down just a little bit more. Yeah, and another nice thing is that on this engine, your arm can rest right there, right above the Craftsman, right on where it says Craftsman, which is kind of nice. It's a nice little feature. Everything feels pretty good. I'm just going to finish tightening it down, and I'm going to use this little screwdriver from my store as well. Comes with all these different attachments. Fit in there. It's kind of nice. Just a little side note. These screwdrivers, I love these things. If you didn't already hear it, you can do it like that, so you don't have to keep, turning it, go, turn, go. It's nice. You can do it both ways. I love these things. They are a huge time saver as far as I am concerned. I think that they really do help save a lot of time just doing this instead of constantly putting the screwdriver into the onto the screw, tightening it, taking it off, tightening it. Same goes for loosening. I think it's a huge time saver, and yeah, that's just another little side note which I really have come to enjoy. I'm not sure how tight I should make this, because if I want to get it back off, yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, now it's all that's really left to do here is to go ahead and really get the thing started, which I'm going to just kind of check out the I wanted to just kind of check out the fuel filter and air filter, which is that's a that's a very small, very tiny air filter. The one I had in the weed whacker, was a paper towel, so I guess this is better than that. But it's just that's kind of a small, thin weed whacker. I mean, for something that's supposed to be a weed whacker, a leaf blower, a hedge trimmer, and all these other things, it's kind of on the small side, and it's probably going to have to get replaced relatively soon, knowing the amount that I'm probably going to be using this, because this is going to be my main unit that I'm going to be using around the house and stuff, and other people's houses as well. So that being said, it's probably going to have to get replaced fairly soon. But this was I was more curious than anything what that looked like. Yeah, it looks like another thing you have to do is you have to tip this over on its side in order to put the fuel in, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of having to tip it over onto its side, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm not a big fan of that, but yeah. I mean, this thing, honestly, for, it's plastic, which, you come to expect with new stuff nowadays. even older stuff, but still, it's a pretty tough plastic. It feels pretty strong. I mean, the compression feels pretty good. Can you hear that? You hear that little, not scraping noise, but you can hear the spring in there going back and forth. Gonna be completely honest, because I'm not biased towards any particular brand. I have brands that I like more than others. I have brands that I like less than others. Now, Craftsman, 99% of the time I've had great luck with Craftsman. Every Craftsman I've had has been good luck. So I lean towards buying Craftsman if I can, but this thing, that recoil spring, it doesn't feel weak, but it just sounds really not chintzy. It just kind of sounds. It just sounds like it's not gonna hold up a very long time, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, so I guess we're going to. It's not raining out, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some gas. I had pre-mixed gas already, mainly because I don't want to put my own mixed gas in there. That gas I mix myself, I use for the older equipment. For these newer ones, I like to use the pre-mixed gas just because I feel a little bit better that I'm using the best thing possible. So I'm just reading over the instructions. It's pretty simple to do. I mean, it's just like the leaf blower. I'm sorry if my head's in the way a little bit. Press 10 times, flip lever, pull to start, wait 30 seconds, squeeze throttle. So you prime it, flip the lever, pull it, let it run for 30 seconds, squeeze the trigger, and you're off to the races, apparently. So I'm going to grab some gas, and I'm going to go ahead and get this camera set up outside, and we will see how she does.